Vlad St. Valentine, and with me is the host with the remostest, Mr. Caidan Ramos.
How you doing?
Man, I'm great. Except for I can see one of my mustache hairs is kind of tweaking up. Like, I can see it out of my periph, you know? It's just like, it's right there, just like staring at me. And
Yeah.
I know that sooner or later, it's going to tickle the inner side of my nose.
Yeah, I completely understand. My hair, the sides of my hair, they're like that annoying thing to where they're like
Poking the ears.
poking the ear and it tickles and you think there's a fly or something in your ear and you're like, shit. But no, it's just hair.
So we're doing Maximum Carnage Part 6 today. Web of Spider-Man number 102. Don't shake your head at me, you son of a bitch. I saw that.
I was trying to hide it.
Hey, can I comment on how awesome that cover looks? Like, it really is.
That is a good cover.
Yeah.
I love it.
Too bad that web of Spider-Man is just going to be green screened out.
So we start off with Carrion kind of floating through the wreckage of Carnage and, you know, his wake and stuff, just kind of following the trail of dead bodies. Because what is his powers? I don't really remember. Do you? I don't really remember the character too much, though.
I don't either.
He doesn't really fully join up with the crew in this issue either. We get him a little bit later on. So moving on, as we see him float through, we kind of cut to an alleyway and Morbius, the living vampire, stopping some thugs from attacking a woman, lays them out, starts feeding on one when Venom and Pal show up. Venom with Black Cat and Cloak still, and they recruit Morbius as their fourth to go fight Carnage and stuff. Good choice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good choice.
I mean, if Spider-Man didn't come along, why not grab Morbius? Shit. I mean, who else is floating around? You're in New York City, right?
Yeah.
Should Iron Man be hanging out?
Iron Man should be hanging out.
Almost every Marvel
Or was he
hero,
like blackout drunk at this point in time in Marvel lore?
like majority of the Marvel heroes would be out in New York for some reason.
Well, Cap and Tony hadn't had their resurgence yet in the Marvel universe. And quite frankly, we were focused on two things and two things only in the 90s, and that was Spider-Man and the X-Men.
Yeah, pretty much.
But there's never really a chance to like group and call people. This is very like, for all the stuff that goes on, the back and forth and the ups and downs, you know, the time of going back and talking to Aunt May and having those down periods, it's no one's stopping to sleep. Everyone's constantly on the move. There's no time to regroup. I mean, they go grab somebody, then they're off to chase Carnage and stuff again. And like every moment that they're not fighting Carnage is one of those like, why aren't we fighting Carnage? You know, where's Poochie?
Yeah. And Cloak actually makes a reference to that in the last issue. He was like, yeah, I haven't slept in 3 days. You know, that's why I had to go back and regain my energy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even Eddie took a power nap on Peter's couch. Mullet and all.
Yep.
Just that shot of him rolled over on the couch, refusing to get up with his mullet rocking out. Like, I just imagine that's what Billy Ray Cyrus was doing through most of the late 90s, just bumming on people's couches with his mullet, angrily refusing to leave. I'm waiting for my daughter to become famous and pull me out of obscurity.
I can sit on her couch.
Such a Venom and crew recruit Morbius. We cut to Spider-Man, he's taping up his ribs and he's about to go out and, you know, fight again on his own or probably rejoin the team or whatever. I'm not sure what exactly his plans are other than find Carnage and fight. You know, he's gone, you know, is he swinging out? He's even like, MJ, I wish I knew where you were. You could have talked me out of, you know, going down this violent path that I'm about to go down, but you're still mad at me from our last conversation. To which we cut to MJ, who's just dancing the pain away.
Yeah.
She is out. She's got like tabloids taking pictures of her.
So toxic.
She got like 3 guys dancing on her, just grinding and stuff. And it's like, I hope Peter sees this shit in the fucking tabloids. No, she doesn't do that, but she is like, just like, she was like, you 3 men will do, I need a real man tonight. Like those are literally the words she says at one point in time. It's like, oh, damn.
Ooh.
Like, I'm just like, had this
I've
been the
seen
late
this
90s,
category before.
had this been the late 90s, you know, and Tom McFarlane writing it, we would have had a scene with people doing jello shots off of her belly button and blow off of her bare ass in the bathroom. But yeah, this is extreme as they're going to get MJ just dance the night away with some boys. But while she's in the middle of a discotheque that apparently is just slamming on and having this big review with celebrities showing up and spotlights in the middle of a town that's burning down. I don't understand why they thought this event was a good idea and why they didn't cancel.
I mean, as far as I can tell, it's still during the day too. Like the panels in the cityscape are still light blue.
I like to go back and look at that scene, but the lights, it does look like it's daylight. It's very confusing because they kick into a dark club.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's supposed to be nighttime. It's just they couldn't make it too dark out because like they made it dark enough where like the big lights were supposed to be kind of lit up the night a little bit. I had to go look at it twice too. Yeah, you're right. Because I was very confused by that. I was like, why are they all just getting shit hammered in the middle of the day at a club that's like pitch black? Like I think MJ's got a fucking problem, man. So while MJ's sweating out all of her toxicity on the dance floor, Carney and crew shows up and attacks the club because they're like moths to a fucking flame, guys. What did you expect? You had a big light shine in the sky going, hey, people are here, important people that we all want to take pictures of. So they stole a limo and burst out of the limo at the red carpet and just start killing people, kicking the doors and just start killing people. And MJ's like, Carnage, how could he possibly be here? Bitch! The fuck? Your naive ass is killing me in this one, girl. Really. How could he be here? What the fuck do you think he was doing? What do you think Peter's been doing this whole time? You think he's just like getting his jollies out by dressing up in spandex and running around with his buddies? Like he's not down at like he's not down at Wingstop drinking a beer at the playoffs and ignoring your anniversary for fuck's sake. Like,
wow, you described my life. Dressing up in spandex and running around with my buddies, huh?
I mean, you like to slam dudes. That's fine.
But as Carnage is attacking the place and MJ's freaking out because she couldn't believe it's happening to her, like, where have you been? You've had all sorts of crap happen to you. How can you not believe this? Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm digressing again. Carnage and Venom and pals bust through and start facing Carnage and crew. And when they kick in the wall to get into the place, of course, a brick falls off and knocks MJ out for like, what, 2 panels?
2 panels.
Yeah. Enough time for her to be in peril for a little bit. But we got to stand off between, the heroes and the villains here. And it's like, Black Cat says something about a fair fight now. And Carnage is like, fair? What about if I just killed the closest hostage next to me? How's that for fair? And of course it's MJ, and Venom knocks him away and then has the creepiest scene ever, man. Cause he knocks Carnage away and like gets up in MJ's face. It's like, this one's worth saving for Peter. She just needs to be cleaned up first. And then like Venom tongue licks her and it's like, tell Peter we're even for him, be him saving my ex-wife or something. It's like,
ex-wife.
You just assaulted her. Like, I realize it's the symbiote and it's not your actual tongue. So I guess that makes it better. The emotional trauma of being licked by a giant monster sexually, why he's like, let's clean you up is still there. That's awful.
I guess the only thing that we can really compare it to is, what's her face in Alien?
Oh, when like Alien 3, when Ripley's got the thing in her face.
Yeah.
And but the thing didn't like sexually lick her and make a comment about cleaning her up.
No.
That was weird, man. It was weird. It was a little bit much. I'm not sure about that one, guys. That's a little iffy. Yeah, there is a camera crew that's still recording the event, and Carnage takes a bite out of one of them instead, which cues, they're going live, which cues Spider-Man into what's going on. And he shows up to help out, and eventually they fight for a little bit, and the Carnage and his people just bail because anytime it's going sideways in any sort of way for them, or they're overwhelmed even the least bit, they just, let's tear the roof off and go somewhere else and kill people. Like, he's not here for a real fight. You know what I mean? He's here to cause chaos, dip, run, hit, run, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Guerrilla warfare.
But Carnage and them, they bail. And of course, Venom wants to go after him, but Spider-Man's like, he saves Mary Jane. And he's like, no, there's still people trapped in the rubble. You guys owe me for bailing you guys out just now. So let's stop and save these people first before we move on and chase after Carnage. So they round everybody, they save everyone they can. Then Spider-Man tells Venom, he's like, hey, I'm on your side now. I'm part of the team. Let's go after him. You're right. This is important. Let's do this. And Morbius and Venom are both like, yeah, you turned on us last time we joined up. I mean, you can join up, I guess, but we're watching you. And even Spider-Man's like, damn, even Venom doesn't trust me. I'm turning into a terrible person.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of emotional crises going on in that poor boy. He needs some therapy.
A lot of gaslighting up in there.
Yeah, a lot of gaslighting. That's kind of how we end in this one. MJ's like, no, don't go with them. And I can't even listen to him say it because he's like, I'm on your team. And she's like, oh, no. But like, you just went through this shit, MJ. You know he's got to do this. You've seen what Carnage is, what he wants to do. Just how ruthless he is. I realize this is a sacrifice because you're risking the man you love's life, but just don't make it worse by making him like worried about you the entire time,
Yeah, you could have stayed home and stayed put.
Yeah, I'm not saying, you got to live your life like that, but like, I'm not saying she was in the best place.
Well, no. But before, in earlier issues, she sees what's going on. She saw Carnage escape out of the hospital. She knows he's out there. Stay at home.
You know what? After Venom showed up at your house, I guess you don't feel like the home's very safe. But yeah, you could have just stayed at Aunt May's.
Yeah, somewhere.
I don't know.
Instead of being out in the streets.
She wanted to sweat that pain away, man. Everybody dance now. Dude, sometimes, like Gloria Stefan said, the rhythm is going to get you. And the rhythm got her that night.
Yeah.
Anyway, any final thoughts on this one?
No, this one was a little bit lackluster than the last one.
Yeah, I do like the idea, especially if you think about it in terms of like cinematically. I like the idea of the set piece of the club and the fight in the club. But a lot of these visuals are a lot of the fight scenes in these older Carnage comics are just kind of a jumble, and it's kind of hard to tell what's going on from scene to scene sometimes, unless you're not all of it kind of flows right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you watch, like it's funny. I'm like watching these fight scenes drawn by comic book nerds who've probably never thrown a punch in their life. I'm like, oh guys, do y'all know how punches work? All right, Reggie, any final thoughts? All right, guys, that was Bagged and Board Maximum Carnage Part 6. Join us next week. We'll bring you probably 7, 8, and 9 if we don't have some more, King and Black stuff come out between now and then. We don't have any more of those coming out between now and then, do we?
I think we might have a Venom coming out next week.
Oh, maybe Venom 33. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's due on the 3rd.
All right. Well, maybe we'll have Venom 33 next week as well then. I'll have to look.
7, 8, and 13 or 33.
Yeah. Okay. More Maximum Carnage, more King and Black. Stay tuned, guys. Also, be checking in. We're going to be having our next Reanimated coming up pretty soon. Our Nightmare on Elm Street episode.
Yep.
It's coming up this weekend, right?
Yep. On the 7th.
Shit. Matter of fact, yeah, if you're watching this, it should be coming out tomorrow. So, like, subscribe, and say hi to your mother for me.